Hello friends, welcome back yet again. So far we have discussed 9 different types of entrepreneurs and their entrepreneurial journey, and before that we have discussed the context of classification of those entrepreneurs. Yes, those entrepreneurs or entrepreneurship are as applicable to rural entrepreneurships as to any other entrepreneurships. But if you guys remember, in one of our previous sessions, we have discussed some prerequisites of rural entrepreneurship. So on the basis of those prerequisites, we can again classify entrepreneurships and entrepreneurial journey, which are very much specific to rural areas. And the context of those classification is very much human and community centric. So let's move ahead. So the first one is individual entrepreneurship. Friends, from the term itself you can understand that it is about an individual who aspires to be an entrepreneur, and like any other entrepreneur, any other aspiring entrepreneur, she finds loophole in the surroundings, in his or her village, and for her that loophole is an opportunity. One such example of such rural entrepreneur can be Mr. M.R. Prajapati. He is the founder of the enterprise Mitti Cool. He was even appreciated by our former president Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. In our coming sessions, we will have a caselet on him. We will discuss a caselet on Mr. M.R. Prajapati. And if you guys want, you can do a secondary research on him after this session. And the next one is the group entrepreneurship. Group entrepreneurship is about a small group of people who share some common socio-economic problems. They even share some common skills and sometimes goals as well. So they come up together and start a small business venture in order to solve their socio-economic problems. For example, starting up of a small fast food outlet in the rural areas itself. It's not that fast food outlet can be only run in urban areas. It can be also run in rural areas, but it has to be very much contextual to those rural areas. Then is cluster entrepreneurship. Cluster entrepreneurship is about some interrelated farms across some widespread regions. This sort of entrepreneurship or this sort of cluster formation is generally formed by SHGs. SHGs stands for self-help groups of women. We will discuss about this SHGs in detail in our coming sessions. And also by producers groups, especially by farmers. They combine together and form a very big enterprise in the form of a federation. And their mobilization is generally being done by some NGO or by some parastatal or under some government schemes and policies. The ownership for those cluster federation is generally shared by the members or by the NGO who have mobilized it or by the parastatal. This is really very helpful for various purposes, like to enhance the living standard. It is also helpful to get the right market linkage. Suppose in SHG of a particular region doesn't have the right market linkage, then they can seek help from the other SHGs with whom they are related. They are under this federation, this cluster. So in this way it is very much helpful in many ways. And there are many government schemes which are doing this. That is, National Rural Livelihood Mission is one such government program. under which many SHGs have been formed, and many SHGs have formed their own federation. Many producer groups have formed their own federation under various government schemes. So the next one is cooperatives. It is an autonomous body created and formed by those people who share some common economic goals, common skills and business ideas. It is there are certain legal prerequisites to establish cooperatives. In India, there are many well-established cooperatives are there. One such very mainstream example is our Amul, the Taste of India. It is a cooperative. Sudha from Bihar, Rabobank, and many more are there. They are very great examples of these cooperatives. So these are the four main types of entrepreneurship which you can find in rural areas, and these have very great potentials in rural areas. And all these types of entrepreneurships can be embarked on any types of sector which we have discussed previously, and it can term itself as any type of entrepreneurship as well. But these are, as from the explanation you all can get, that these are very much about human centric and community centric. It is about common goals, missions and everything, and how these people come together and form a group and start a business venture. So our rural areas currently have potentials for this particular sectors to start entrepreneurial journey, like agro-based sector, mineral-based sector, textile industry, other engineering services, and there are many other scopes as well. Like for tourism also has a very great scope. Rural tourism are already there in many states of our country. So all these types of entrepreneurship can be embarked in these following sectors. So today we have discussed four different types of rural entrepreneurships, that is individual entrepreneurship, group entrepreneurship, cooperatives, cluster formation, cluster entrepreneurship, and how these are very much community and human centric, and how all these types of entrepreneurship can be started on any type of sector. So that's all for this session, friends. See you in the next session. Thank you.